Hi, everybody. Claudia here from Hugo Coffee Roasters. As you know, we are the only female founded and owned and certified coffee roaster nationwide with an animal welfare mission. And we support our mission by having online fundraisers weekly with specific rescues around the country. And today we're with a local one, which we love supporting our local rescues and sanctuaries. And today we're with the lovely Kara of Rocky Mountain Great Dane Rescue. Hi, Kara.
Hi there. Thank you so much for having us and sponsoring us for this fun drive. We're really excited about it.
We are as well because you know how much we love you and what you do with the big guys. We love the Great Danes.
And we love what you do with all of them. Thank you for all the things that you do, all the extra effort that you put into the rescues. We appreciate you in our community.
Well, thank you so much. It's why we get up in the morning. Okay, Kara, it's been a bit, it's been a minute. Tell me all about, okay, let's remind the fans, where is Rocky Mountain Great Dane Rescue located? What is your area, your region that you service? I'm imagining the Rocky Mountains. and and talk to me a little bit about the mission of the why behind the Great Danes.
Okay. In 2000, a group of women got together that wanted to save the big guys. And they liked the Great Dane breed. And so part of them broke off and made another rescue that takes big dogs, but we're sister company with them.
Okay.
So in 2000, they started this. We have had, we've been able to expand where we can help, and that is Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, New Mexico, Arizona, Oklahoma, Iowa, Missouri, and South Dakota. So
My God, woman, that's
I
not
know,
Rocky Mountain anymore.
I know it's crazy. We've been able to pick these states up, and although a lot of times we don't have a lot of action going on, we are
Sure.
able to send people to help move these dogs, transport these dogs, get them into care. So our mission is to take Great Danes and Dane mixes. If we can call it a Dane, we'll bring it in. It might have the ears or the snout. We just know it's a Dane. And we bring those dogs in that have been abused, abandoned, and neglected, usually to no fault of their own. We get them medical attention, foster care, and our whole mission statement is to get these dogs permanent, loving homes.
That's
So
awesome.
we're big in the community for resources for Great Danes and also for their specific behavioral, not issues, but just how they sometimes they're very shy, or they get upset, or they've come, in from a bad situation. So we are a really good resource for people who have Great Danes that need help, not necessarily that are coming into the rescue, but have a Great Dane themselves. So we will also help people that just have some questions or want to know a little bit about the rescue and the breed itself. We
Sure.
solely run by volunteers, so we pay no overhead. Everything is donated time, donated everything. So we don't have an overhead. So every dime we bring in goes straight to the dogs in foster care. And some of our volunteers are not just the regular volunteers. We have volunteer fosters, we have donors, we have vets, we have boarding facilities and trainers. It's really exciting that we have such a diverse 200 plus volunteers. Those volunteers span in most of those states that I mentioned. I have done some home checks, video home checks in places like Nebraska, very rural, small places. So it's exciting that people are willing to drive part way to pick up a dog for transport if they're going to volunteer to do that, or maybe to bring it to their home as a foster.
So let's talk about the why behind Great Danes. Let's talk all about the breed of Great Danes and the why. Now, from my experience, I know we've talked about this before. I know that Great Danes do not do well in rescue situations at all. They deteriorate very quickly and may, in fact, expire very quickly.
Yes.
And they do so in part because they are an extremely sensitive breed.
Yes.
and they feel the abandonment and the loss. So we got to get them out of rescue brick and mortar situations and into foster situations where they can feel part of a family.
Yes. Yes. So they typically are a very sensitive breed.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you scold them, or maybe you raise your voice about something that's not even about them, they will make it about them. So they are super sensitive, and they're mostly very kind and gentle dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what's happened over the years is, people, a lot of times they don't do their homework, or they don't know the dog is going to grow to be 150 pounds because they're adorable puppies and you think, I can do this. Sometimes there's weight limits in places that are rented. So
Oh, yeah.
when we are going to let someone foster a dog, or we're working with someone to foster a dog, we also have to have permission from their landlords that says that it's okay to have a dog that big. As in my personal opinion, I don't think that they do that much damage. A lot of times littler dogs can do more damage. These guys just bark or they're scared, but there's usually a weight limit because people don't want to take that chance. So
Sure.
we have a lot of people who are losing their homes, losing their jobs, and they want to make sure that their dog gets into a place that's not going to actually be like a shelter. So we
Right.
have a lot of people that reach out to us. We call it owner surrender. We do welcome those people. We have a drop down menu for an owner surrender application on our website. You tell us all about the dog, and then we do our best to bring that dog into foster care. If the dogs are in like a shelter, a Salt Lake County shelter, a lot of times we pick them up from there. A lot of times we just call on them, or sometimes the shelter will call us and say, hey,
Yeah.
dog that can't be here, we need a foster. In fact, we were just licensing our dogs at the county just about a month ago, and somebody recognized me and said, hey, somebody just pulled 2 Danes from the shelter today. And I cried. I couldn't help it. It made me so happy that our brand is out there and people know. So
That's awesome. So shelters are calling you when they see a Great Dane come in,
a
so
lot
that
of
they
times they
can
don't.
move that Dane out of that experience as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. A lot of times we just keep an eye on social media. And so we have a lot of volunteers that will email us and say, we saw this Dane, here's the information. We send it to Colorado. And most of the time they're able to pull the dog if it's possible. We have a really good rapport with most of the shelters around here and in other states, which is nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They can reach out to us. We know we can reach out to them. And if we can make it happen, we will. Therefore, we are always looking for volunteer fosters, which
Sure.
also that we have an application on rmgreatdane.org. And that has an application to fill out to be a foster. I think fostering is kind of a neat thing because the rescue will pay for all the food, all the medical care,
Sure. Yep.
anything you need. And you just make sure that dog has a safe place to land. Like maybe we pull it from the shelter and it goes straight to your house. There may be some behavioral issues. We work on that. We get you a trainer, or sometimes they just need to decompress.
Sure.
So we're excited to have people that want to step up and take that dog. We don't expect you to adopt it, but if you are a foster failure, that is the highest award in our rescue that you can get. So a lot of times people will foster these dogs, and then currently they go onto the website, and we call them mail order dogs. People will read about them and try to match their lifestyles with the dog. And then we do an interview over the phone. We also do a home check in person. If that's not possible, we do a Zoom home check, and they show you where the dog's going to sleep and eat, and all that is basically benign. We just want to see that you have a fenced yard and you're serious about giving this dog a good chance at getting a permanent.
Yes. So what percent of your Great Danes are owner surrenders?
I would say I'm guessing, but I want to say a good right now in this stage where we're at with things, maybe 30%.
Yeah, I would think it would be large,
It's
right?
pretty
It
large.
would be a big
Right.
percent because of all the hurdles. First of all, people not understand, it's like getting a pig, right? You think the pig's going to stay 20 pounds and the pig turns into 200 pounds and you're like, what the hell is this pig doing in my apartment? And you try to rehome the pig. I could totally see, lots of people falling in love with Great Dane puppies and going, oh my God, this dog's going to be 180 pounds. I also can totally, changes in life circumstances. Right? I mean, all you have to do is lose an apartment or need to move from a job change, and good luck trying to find an apartment that'll take a 150-pound dog.
Absolutely.
So I think it's a wonderful service that you offer that lots of rescues don't offer, by the way. They don't offer rehoming because of the nature of your breed and because of how important it is to get the dog not in a rescue or shelter situation, to avoid that at all cost.
Correct. We work hard on that. We work hard on to try to skip the shelter part altogether if we can. It just help in that aiding the landing, making it much softer. We had last fall who a couple up north were going to take a dog from a couple down south, and they were the people were moving to New York, and they could not take their dog with them. The mother was absolutely torn to shreds. It was hard. I was able to assist in that, and the people from up north drove down south. We all met up, and the woman that was surrendering said the dog doesn't like to get in the car. It's really hard for her, and that dog jumped in the car, and we took off, and I cried. The people cried, and this dog is doing fantastic. She was able to skip the shelter altogether and just move into a home where she's completely loved, went from being loved to even, having a soft landing, and the love is the same. She has the same kind of setup, and she's very spoiled and doing very, very well. So that's like the easiest case scenario that we have.
That's awesome.
It's a hard thing to do, but it's the right thing to do, in my opinion, if you really want to rehome your dog in the correct way and not take any chances of what is out there that can happen. So we try to encourage that. We do the owner surrender with no judgment. Everybody's situation different. A lot of times it's medical. People get older or they've had an accident and they can't take care of their dog. And so I feel like it's a responsible thing to say, hey, I would like to turn my dog over to someone who is able to take care of it like I want to. So
100%.
It's a great thing. Not every situation is hard, but there are a lot of hard situations. And we had a breeder here in Utah, down south, that turned dogs loose, 7 of them, just turned them loose. So people were picking them up off the street, calling us, bringing them into the shelter. And I know we placed 5 out of those 7. That makes me really, really happy. So there's all kinds of extenuating circumstances that aren't always great, but I like that we're able to usually step in. We do as much as we can to take that dog. There are dogs sometimes we cannot take, but we really focus on trying to find the right situation for that dog and get a good trainer or behaviorist.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, they are gentle giants.
Generally speaking, they are. They are.
I mean, I think from our conversations before, I grew up with a Great Dane.
Yes. Warms my
Paladin.
Yes.
Paladin used to sleep on a full-size mattress in between 2 beds.
Yes.
And I'll never forget my mother feeding him in like a wash tub.
Yes.
He got like 4 cans of food twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to chase VW bugs.
Yes, I have no doubt. They have such weird.
He literally would be looking at the bug driver, like eye to eye.
I just love it. Such great.
I love that dog. I loved that dog. But we also learned, as we learned the hard lesson of the separation, and the sensitivity of the breed when we lost our dog, when he died of a broken heart when we went skiing.
I think about that story so much. And I always try to encourage people, if you have a Dane,
somebody come
into your home. We can even help you find it. There's local pet stores that have reputable house sitters. We're just references. So we really encourage people to have someone come in your home and be there. It's better for your Dane to be alone in your house, if
absolutely
possible, and have someone come in, a few times a day and spend the night, rather than put into a foster care situation, or not foster, but into a situation where they're boarded. Some dogs are okay with it, right? Some are okay with it.
Even just boarding for a week can do that kind of damage.
Yes.
To the sensitive giants like this.
Absolutely. And then I do know, I have a friend that goes to Mexico. She goes for about a month at a time, and she has an excellent place where she leaves her dogs. They are
Mhm.
they're loved and cared for, and they like it. They get a break from her. She comes home. They're super excited to see her, but
Yeah.
not dogs are like that. So when we can make it possible for someone to come in the home, we do that. We try to help assist with that or give names of people. We'll even on social media put it out there. Hey, so and so's going on
Yep.
vacation. They have a foster dog. Can anyone step up? And our
Sure.
I have to say are great. We really have a lot of turnout. People show up to help. So we love that.
Awesome. All right, now we got to get down to the brass tacks here because we're talking about a fundraiser.
Yes.
Now, as you know, and I'm sure your fan base knows, it's very important to activate the fan base.
Yes.
Buy the awesome coffee that is Hugo coffee. And we have to remember to tell people it's not just a gimmick. The coffee's damn good.
And it saves lives.
And it saves lives. So we love our mission, but we're very proud of the quality of our coffee. And if you don't drink coffee, we have tons of things you can buy. We have tons of fun swag, animals, dog, cat swag. It's really fun.
Yes.
The fundraiser, now it's only Wednesday, so we got plenty of time. So we got some work to do, Kara. It began Monday morning and Sunday at midnight, and we donate $2.50 for every item sold on the website during the course of the fundraiser. And remember to tell your folks, Betty's Brew, baby. Betty's Brew is a breakfast blend, and we donate $5 for every bag sold because that's in honor of Betty White.
Oh, I love that. Okay, we will do that.
Yes, so we got to get the word out because we have 4.5 more days, so that's got a good amount of time. So let's get cracking, Kara.
Absolutely, we will get going. I think we're doing pretty good so far, but this is going to make it really take off.
Good. So, now, the other thing that I wanted to mention is if you haven't had it already, you'll get one, a shortened URL from Beth, who you can then join the affiliate program. And every time your fans buy and use this code, we still donate to you in the future, regardless of the fundraiser.
Fantastic.
Yes, I know.
I'm excited about that.
Right. So that's awesome. Now, Kara, how many dogs are currently in your system? How many Great Danes?
A few weeks ago, we went from 12 dogs to 26.
Hey.
I believe that we're in a little over 30. I think there's 8 on our website. Those change weekly as they get adopted and situations change, which is really great. So we do have quite a few, but what I do want to mention is this year alone, we have adopted out 13 dogs so far, and it's only March 5th. Last year, 2024, we did 77 dogs. And since our inception in 2000, 2,486 Danes have had a permanent home. So I feel like we work really hard together to make that happen. And since we're exploding with dogs right now, we are, of course, really working on getting them homes. And like I said, we really need fosters. So if people are interested in fostering, it's kind of a way to get to know the breed without having to make a full commitment for the rest of their life. Short-term commitment between 2 weeks and maybe 3 months or so. So that's what we're really hoping to get so that we can bring more dogs in. But we're doing fantastic. We just adopted 10 dogs in February, 10.
That's amazing. Okay. So now that tells me also that you need money.
Always. We always need money for foster care.
And you have that many new dogs, you need money to help feed them, give them medical care. So give us an idea of what, like $300 to $500, what kind of impact that would have.
We average $500 per dog that comes in. Of course, not every dog needs to go to the vet, but as a rule, they go in, they get shots, they're fixed, either spayed or neutered. We make that happen right away if it hasn't. So we count on that $500 per dog. That's kind of how we manage our money. Then if we have a dog that doesn't need to go to the vet, we get to save that $500 for what may come next. But we do have the vet school in Colorado helps a lot. They are really good about doing things at a lower rate for us. We have quite a few different 13 states that help. But honestly, every dime we make goes straight to the dogs in foster care. So we are always looking for that. Always.
All right. Well, Kara, here's the call to action. Now we got 4.5 more days. I want both of us to get get people to buy so we can write you a big old check on Monday, because I want to save as many gentle giants as I can.
I'm in. I'm in for it all the way, and we will work our butts off and get this done.
Excellent. All right. Until next time, because you know there will be a next time, because we love you and we love Great Danes and we want to save as many as we can. So until next time, you, Kara, have a fantastic weekend. Fingers crossed. Want to write you a big old check on Monday.
That sounds good. And Mavis says, thank you for the help. We really appreciate
it. Mavis.
She's napping next to me. So we are in for it. We want to thank you always for supporting us and loving us. We love you too. We love what you do. And together we will make a difference.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. Have a great weekend, Kara.
All right, you too. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.